Hi, everybody. Welcome back to Lahore's Lounge. I'm your host and MC, Miss Jessica Lahore. And today in history, the Jeffrey Epstein list has been released and over 100 people have been named. But guess what? Not one single person on that list was a what? Drag queen. Ugh, enough about that. Today in Lahore's Lounge, we are welcoming in the OG Muscles and Mascara professional wrestler Remy D. So, go grab a drink, take a seat, and buckle on up as we welcome Remy D into the Lahore's Lounge. Hi everybody, welcome back to the Lahore's Lounge. I'm really excited to bring in long-term good Judy and professional wrestler Remy D into the lounge. Hey Remy, how you doing?
What's good, bitch?
I'm so ecstatic that you agreed to come and join me in the lounge. I think the world of you. If for those of you who don't know, me and Remy have been working together for over a decade now. I know. I'm aging us right now.
You definitely aging me. You just hit 30, so we'll add to that.
We'll just say you hit 30 too, baby.
I'll
That's right, bitch. Remy, I just wanted to bring you in because I have been inspired by your career as an entertainer. I'm constantly inspired by your hustle, the tenacity that you have as just a human. But I wanted to know more about Remy D as a whole. So we've known each other for 10 years. When did Remy D come into play? How was Remy D created?
To keep it 100, I think Remy was always there. I just had to give the motherfucker a name, to be honest. I've always had that quirky personality, that androgynous look, whether I was doing drag stuff or anything plays or whatever. I've always been a very beautiful man, as people like to have said.
It's very true.
I'm not putting my own label. People say that to me,
Beautiful man.
But no, it was when it came time for wrestling, because in wrestling you have to have a gimmick, and with said gimmick, it has to be something that relates to the audience, that makes you what we call being over, or i.e. translation, being popular. They're wanting to cheer for you.
You want to be over.
Over.
They would say that.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, me being a nerd growing up, I loved Marvel Comics. I loved X-Men. And one of my favorite X-Men, next to Jean Grey, Phoenix, that bitch.
Favorite, yeah, for real.
Shout out to Jean Grey, wherever she is in the world, in the comic world. And my second favorite was Gambit. He was the one that could charge the cards and throw them everything. But his real name was Remy LeBeau, because he was from New Orleans, Louisiana. So I was like, I wanted to use the name Remy. So I'm like, what? It's just, I can't just use one name, because everyone has a first and last name in wrestling. I'm like, Remy. And I'm like, and so I sat on it for, I don't know, weeks and weeks. And then one day I had an edible. It was medical grade.
As one does.
As one does. It wasn't your basic bitch 10 mil. It was 50. My Lord. And I was just sat there contemplating life, seeing unicorns and seahorses and shit. And all of a sudden it's who would I be? What am I into this group of people, the company that are Rocky Mountain Pro, shout out to y'all, who I was joining. And I'm like they had, at the time, they had so many of the same copy and paste characters. They're all very, very the same. Yeah. So I'm like, what can I do that's different than them? How am I?
This is you watching them from the outside in kind of thing.
Yeah, while high. And and I thought about it, and I'm just like, all of a sudden, it literally legit hit me out of nowhere, like a light bulb. And I tell my mom this story all the time. I'm like, what am I? I'm like a solution. I'm an answer. I'm a cure to all this basic, stale, same ass entertainment. I'm a cure. What's the name? Another thing for a cure? A remedy. I'm a remedy. But I'm like, oh, I don't want the whole name Remy D. That's thing, or So I took the letter D for my real name, my shoot name, as we call it in wrestling. That means your government slave name. Your shoot name. Yeah, I went there. And I just D. I'm from Detroit, the 313, always representing. Shout out to the Lions, who won the playoff game, by the way, who tried to count us out. So shout out to the Lions, Detroit. So I just made that represents D. That stands for Detroit, and also my name. So I'm the Remy D. The Remy D of independent wrestling in Colorado.
Yes. And this persona that you've curated, even though deep inside of you, has really taken off and allowed you to connect with your audience in the same way that you've done in the drag world. How is your audience in the wrestling world with Remy D? What are your fans like?
When I first started, so they wrote the producers of the show, the writers, they wrote me as a villain. So I was just like this. And you know me personally, like, you know, if I'm going to give it to them, it's not going to be watered down. And
You're giving it
I'm not giving you 2% milk. You're getting whole. You're getting vitamin D in more ways than one.
Remy, vitamin D.
So I was just like, I'm just going to be authentically me. And we've had conversations like this in the past where I watered down myself and my talent to make others feel better, just to boost them.
More comfortable,
to
whatever.
help them boost their confidence. And in return, unfortunately, that has like diminished and cut myself off from opportunities. So I'm like, if I'm going into this, while I'm getting into the prime of my life, I'm going balls to the ground, fucking kickstand if I need be. And I'm going in there, hate it or love it. It is what it is what it's gonna be. So when I first debuted, everyone was like, "Who the fuck is this guy?" But they just with their facial expression, a lot of resting bitch face. That
Yeah, because you're new at this point. They're like literally like, this is a lot.
And I came out
new.
I literally jumped the guardrail, and you know me, I can box jump over the guardrail. So I jumped, and then I was just there. I debuted, and I was after my injury, and everyone was just like, "Who the fuck is this guy?" Like I had like this big braided hair, like it was like flashy colors, like I legit looked like a cartoon, like comic book character, which is what I was going for. And like I said, it's very much so me. It's like I'm not even playing a character. It's like my personality with a lot of pre-workout and a lot of Lisa Frank colors.
I was gonna say very vibrant.
Very vibrant. So it wasn't hard at all. It was just thinking about all the things that I've endured in life, and especially the last 3 years. My personality as a kid, like drawing and coming up with all this off the wall stuff. Because growing up in Detroit, I had no friends because I was so quirky. I couldn't relate to any kids. So I became my own best friend, which in turn, as depressing as it seemed like it was in the moment, it prepared me all for this. Like I'm using ideas from like 90, 93, 94.
That you remember as a kid.
And I modernized them, to make them make sense. So everyone was open and receptive. So people booed me because I read them to filth. I read them from Genesis to Revelations, girl. And all of a sudden, one day I came in, we and my group I was with, because we were a heel or bad guy team. Yeah. They started cheering me. I'm like, what the fuck are y'all doing?
You don't cheer the bad guy, right?
Right.
You're supposed to be booing
Exactly.
the bad guy.
I'm like, I talked about your mama last week. I told you ain't shit the week before that. And all of a sudden, y'all are cheering me? Yeah. And so, I don't know, something clicked where they just love this different character from what they saw on the rest of the roster. And all of a sudden, the writers that the next day at training, they were like, so we got to talk. We got to turn you babyface. And I'm like, I don't want to be babyface. I want to be a fucking bitch.
What do you mean? What does that mean?
So babyface in wrestling means you're a good guy, simply.
I'm sitting here thinking they were going to shave you?
Yeah. So when you're a good guy, you're a babyface. When you are a bad guy, you are a heel.
So they wanted you to be a good guy because of the reaction you're getting from the crowd, even though people liked you as the villain that you had.
Even though they hated me as the villain, but all of a sudden there was for whatever reason, they swapped and they started cheering me. Booing the other people I was with, but every time I would get on the mic, they would just start cheering, and we're like, well, we got to change them.
You didn't hold back.
Yeah, I didn't. You can't, especially in wrestling, because you have, in like a regular wrestling performance, you have from the time you come through that curtain to get the people on your side, or to get them to like you or hate you, whatever your role is. Yeah. And sometimes it starts with just your music. They're like, oh shit, okay, such and such is coming up. Then you come to that curtain. Wrestling is also very cosmetic, just like drag is.
I was gonna say, it's your presentation.
Your body, your physique.
How you look, how you hold yourself, what you say, what songs whatever it is, people will connect to that. And if they don't like it, they're not gonna be afraid to tell you they don't like it.
Oh, but they'll boo you out the fucking building with no regret, no remorse. Mm-hmm. So if there's all these pieces that go into it. So you have maybe a good 15 seconds, and I'm being very gracious with 15 to get them on your side. So I'm grateful that whatever they saw in me, and that's continuing. I've been like going on being a baby face for like almost 3 years now.
So you switched over. You're now
Yeah.
Considered a good guy and whatnot.
Yeah.
But we were talking, just to keep in this realm, a Midnight character. Is this a bad guy character that you were talking about? This Midnight?
Midnight. Yeah, she was like a fucking. What did I say where she was from? I was calling myself making up where she was from. Well, she's from Carpathos, which turns out is an actual Greek island over in Greece.
Okay.
So I did pay attention back in the day in school. Yeah, she was from Carpathos, mass character, just.
And is that both then? So your baby face is Remy D, and would Midnight be considered the bad guy?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
And I love that dynamic because I
Yeah.
love being a bad.
And people don't know until they hear your name who's coming out, or are you promoted for that night as that?
All three. They'll see you on the flyer or on the what we call a match card, which is like or what we call set list in drag. And then they'll know your music because they like people have become accustomed to my music. So as soon as they hear that guitar riff, that it's like an old school, it's like 70s stuff. When you got the funk, that's when you got to do the snake fake. You're like, oh shit. Remy coming out, yeah. Like, yeah, even like the most straightest Republican man has danced to my music. So you see, a gay black wrestler, former drag queen, is changing the world.
One Republican at a time.
See, Black lives do matter. So yeah, people like, and then they'll announce you, the announcer in the ring. He'll announce who's coming out, where you're from, how much you weigh. And yeah, there's all these components to it, but it's not easy whatsoever.
I was gonna say you go through pretty vigorous training and conditioning to make sure. No, you're good. And conditioning to make sure that you're able to constantly do these matches. And you were very in a physical realm prior to wrestling in a lot of ways. We had some hiccups in the road to get you back where you are now. But what does conditioning look like as a wrestler?
Oh,
what are you doing?
You are always training in that ring. It was just like me in college because I was like a collegiate cheerleader for like 5 years. So even that, we would have 2-a-days or what we dubbed Hell Week, where we would get up at 5, 6 o'clock in the morning, and the strength and conditioning coach would beat the shit out of us like runaway slaves, and like conditioning, running, doing suicides on the football field, doing 2 laps of stairs in this whole stadium where we all had to make it as the team on the time we were given. Otherwise, if one person was late for it, we had to do that shit all again. So I've been disciplined ever since I was a young kid to do this, and even getting into drag, I wanted to be. I think at that point, you remember people used to say them legs though, that was like my first catchphrase when I first started. But everyone gave me a lot of shit because I was so proud to show off my physical, my muscular body. I was called Serena Williams.
Muscles and Mascara,
Muscles
baby.
and Mascara.
This is where you got it.
That's where it was born, and just accepting it. And then I tried to be like the cute girls or the evening gal, the titty breastplate girls, and it just wasn't me because I was like a very overweight kid.
And mind you, that was also the time when that was so unacceptable to look not dainty in drag, or not to be not padded in drag, and you got a lot of shit for that, even pushing through that in your other careers.
And you were there for a lot of that. They were like, oh, she's cool, she's a good person, but however, comma.
Always a but, something
It's always
stupid.
a but, yeah. There's no contour, or she won't be
You were
pretty
such a
enough
great
yet.
performer and you did so good, but you could look a little bit more feminine or something
But
silly
to the point
like
I got sabotaged, I wanted to be in competitions, and people purposely told me the wrong week to do the meet and greet with the judges and everything, or and I overheard people saying, "Oh, she'll never be on a flyer. She's not doing. Yeah, she'll be gone in like a year or 2. Yeah, phase out." So it's it's been a journey. Yes.
Your journey. I think if there's a lot of different things that you've helped inspire in myself, but one of the things that I will never give credit to most people is the fact that your resilience as a human is unmatched to most. And I mean that in your mindset, the way that you allow yourself to give yourself to people constantly when things aren't right in your world. And you mentioned going through stuff with your weight. We haven't gotten to an injury that you had as well, but you've had a lot of family things that have happened. How do you continue to find, and we talked about community kind of constantly beating you down until you were cool at the time, till they thought you were cool. How did you continue to push through and strive to the success that you have after the universe kind of kept throwing curveball after curveball at you?
Damn it, Jess, you're getting all deep now. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it.
You have glasses.
Right? I'm dehydrated. I can't spare the fluid. I don't want to do it. You know, at the end of the day, it all comes back to my mom, because I had to witness her endure as a black woman. You know, a black woman that, you know, she got married. You know, she graduated X-ray school, was starting her career. The marriage didn't work, or had me, and then the marriage didn't work out, so they divorced. So it's just me and her for a good maybe 3-4 years. And I watched this woman somehow be able to, we lived in this like tiny apartment for the longest, but she wanted a house in a backyard specifically for me, so I could go out and play and be able, and not be in the front yard or whatever, because, you know, the neighborhood was bad. But a big area where I could just go and play and let my imagination run wild. And somehow, by the grace of God, she was able, once again, as a single black woman parent in Detroit in the 90s, was able to purchase her own home. And to me, it was so big. Like, looking back, I see old pictures of it now, and I'm like, oh my God, that house was tiny. But to us, that was, oh my God.
It was the world. It was everything.
It was the world. And she was able to do that by herself. And even throughout the years where I've witnessed where, you know, she met my stepdad, they got married, then my brother, they had my brother and everything. But even witnessing her, the trials and tribulations of marriage, of being a parent, of trying to raise kids in Detroit, especially with my personality, I can't imagine how easy it was that for her. But in the 90s, it was different, because especially from a black family, they're in their set ways about certain things, and being different wasn't really, it was like, oh, that's cute, but it wasn't, it was cool for when the family came around.
Okay.
To entertain the family and be goofy and everything. But as an everyday thing, it was just like, okay, you need to calm that down, you know, to be more manly, you know, kind of thing. And I would that was all my mom. No, I would never blame her for that. That was what the culture was, and she has grown and discovered new things nowadays that blows my mind. My brother and I are just in awe, because she's always been just a beautiful, always giving. That's where I get it from watching her serve the community, give what she can't have. I watched her hustle to make ends meet, to make clothes for people in the community, make hats, and that's where I get that gene from, to decorate. By the way, I love what you did with the place. No, it's great. Like things like that. She was the blueprint for me. Her and my grandmother, my mom's mom, you know, who taught me how to dance, because we couldn't afford dance lessons, but she would take Brazilian jazz classes and jazz classes and modern dance, and she would take that and she would put me on top of her feet, and I would mimic. And she taught me counts and everything. That's how I learned choreography. So it's without my mom, her or my grandmother, there would be no Cristal, there would be no Remy D if they hadn't planted those seeds.
I know how much your family is ingrained into your art in so many ways, and I think that it really shines through how much love and respect you have for your upbringing and your family to be where you are after so much.
Because individually and collectively, even my immediate family, we have all been through so much. Not just the last 3 years, but just in life, you know.
You know, leading up to this point, it's 2024 at this time, and we're gonna see this video later in the year. What do you have planned on the horizon for this year? What do you see for Remy D this year? What would you like to see?
Greatness. You know, like, once again, I've just been sitting in the back burner, and not necessarily, but just trying to like, when's my turn? You know, I see all my friends and my acquaintances and, you know, colleagues, they're starting to get into their season where their prosperity and abundance is coming in. I'm so happy for them. So happy. Even in those moments where I have like, I'm like, well, when is my, it's like, shut the fuck up. Be happy for them, because yours is coming.
Oh, that little voice, it can get...
Because you're human. You're human. I'm not going to sit here and lie and say, oh, you got this, girl. I'm like, you ain't shit. You ain't never going to be shit. Your children won't be shit. Your children's children won't be shit. But I don't go that far. It's just like when I hear that little voice start to say, oh, well, no. Because I know people don't go through everything they have to for no reason. It's not in naught. Yeah. It's a strength and conditioning kind of thing on the inside that exudes to the outside. So I know it's coming. I see those little pockets of things that happen. I'm a very spiritual person, so I know that I just have to. I can't get ready. I have to stay ready because something is coming, and I have to be mentally ready for it and physically ready for it.
Ooh, that just gave me chills. Gave
usually
me
do that
chills.
to you, don't I?
You do usually do that to me. To close out this little segment, every guest that I've had, I've asked the question of what were you like as a kid, and you described that a little bit with your love for comics and influences in your life. But I kind of want to change the question for you, if I may, to if you could revisit younger you, which I guess is such a drag race question, unfortunately, but what's something that you wish you would have been told or heard at a younger age growing up that you think would have been really helpful to hear? To little baby Remy D.
It's a little baby Remy D. Oh,
Not
gosh.
like baby, but like
Right.
little Remy D.
Oh gosh. What would I have told him?
Yeah.
Like now. Ooh, I'm gonna use an oldie.
Okay.
Yo, kid, over here. Shut up. Look, stop watching Fox Kids really quick. Most of your life, you see I'm in character right now. I'm talking to that little son of a bitch now. Listen, I only got 35 seconds before they transform me back. The elevator to success is going to be out of order for most of your life. However, just use the stairs.
Wow. That's actually really, really fucking cool.
But knowing my little aspect, I'm like, what?
Such a way to take a moment. And
I've
just
already
turn
went
it
back to
around.
he's like, wait, what? Goes right back to watching X-Men and Tick on like Fox Kids. Well, yeah, I would say it's
The metaphor is way more powerful than I thought you were gonna go with that direction.
because, you know, especially nowadays, people want, not just kids, because people like to shit on the Gen Zs now, but it's like even old ass adults, no offense. Y'all have this mentality that I want microwavable results. Put it in there for 30 seconds. The bitch is done. No, it's hot on the outside. It's hot on the outside, but you know when you stick the fork in,
It's ice cold.
Ice fucking cold. The disrespect.
You gotta put it back in.
Right.
And put it back in.
You gotta see. You gotta get the proper meat for it. Let's talk about it. Let's do a metaphor of a roast.
There we go.
Protein, because you know I need my protein. Let's do a roast. You gotta have the right seasonings. You gotta know how long you're gonna put it in the fridge so it can soak in it. Yeah.
It takes time if you want it to taste the way that you want it to taste.
You gotta
If
preheat
rush it, it's gonna taste like
the
shit.
oven, and we know we hate that shit. We just want to put, and some of y'all I know be using the preheat as actual cooking time. Just blasphemy. Oh, you. That's one of you.
And moving on. It's not about me today.
It's not about you.
I really appreciate your vulnerability and honesty with questions today, and I want to lighten the mood by going into our next segment of the show. We call this next segment "Fighting or Fucking." Okay. Cool. All right. So this is called "Fighting or Fucking." We're gonna click through one at a time, and together we have to determine, based off of the silhouette that is shown on the screen, if these individuals are in a position that looks like they're fucking, or it's actually a silhouette position of them in a wrestling position and they're fighting. Okay?
Okay.
And we have to determine. So the first one is this one. Is this fighting or fucking? To be fair, you've done this to me before.
I've done that to you and in wrestling.
And
actually.
in wrestling.
Yeah.
So is this fighting or fucking?
We can't do a split.
No, I'm gonna say
Is that a tit?
I can't tell if that's a tit either. And that's
I'm
gonna
gonna say
determine.
fighting. I'm gonna say because that's a power bomb.
I'm gonna say this is fucking. Okay, it was fucking. That's eating that good puss.
The
that
puss-
good
well, no, we
puss.
said when it's good.
The poussoir.
That's when the pH level's right.
Poussoir.
Yeah.
The next one, fighting or fucking.
Oh, definitely fucking. That's scissoring.
This is totally scissoring. This is definitely. You can see the little outline of the titties too.
You can see the Cave of Wonders too.
So yes, fucking, very good. This next one, is this fighting or fucking?
Okay, that's fighting. That's amateur wrestling.
Yeah, fighting?
Fighting.
I can go with fighting for this one. Yeah, we got one right.
Thank you.
Two right. Fighting or fucking?
This is hard. It looks like a Heimlich maneuver.
It kind of does. Like, would you ever pick somebody up that way and throw them down?
Yeah, that's called a German suplex.
Oh my gosh, I'm learning so many things. And in fucking, this is called.
Who fucks like that though?
I don't know. The bottom is looking like they're in pain, not experienced.
But he's also on his tippy toes. Look at the bent knee.
I'm gonna say this is fucking.
I'll go with fucking.
Fucking. Okay,
Fucking.
that was good. Fighting or fucking?
Fighting.
I'm gonna say fighting just because they.
They have shoes on.
Yeah, they got.
I know bears are into that though. Maybe.
That's true.
Yeah.
It is fighting. What position is this called? Just like the start?
It looks like they're getting ready to do a waist-lock takeover, something like that.
This is so interesting to me. This is fucking.
Fucking.
This is definitely fucking. Legs in the air. Yeah, this is definitely fucking. If that happens in wrestling, something else is happening. This is definitely fighting.
That's yeah, that's fighting.
If you're what are you fucking with your legs like that?
Just some people are into some like fucking.
To be fair, is
shit.
that his hand down too? Is this like 3 down? Is this like squatting down rollover?
It's like Twister a little bit.
I
I'm
see
gonna say
fighting.
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 Okay. Fucking.
Fucking. I would love to see some of these
What?
in the ring.
Yeah.
Though. Fucking.
You remember when we kids would do wheelbarrows though?
Oh
Like
yeah.
that?
Do you do that in wrestling?
For a
Wheelbarrows?
move, yeah. Goes into something. Spanking, so fighting.
Is this spanking?
Is he over his knee? I'm gonna go with fighting.
I'm gonna go with fighting too. Some of these just you can tell they have shoes.
It's a dead giveaway.
This looks like fighting as well.
I'm gonna say fighting.
Fighting. That is correct.
Fucking.
All the ones with titties are definitely fucking. We weren't very discreet about some of these.
That's fighting.
This is fighting. We can tell the difference, the stick figures between the fighting. Oh, they look like they're making out though. I think this one's fighting, but I'm gonna say fucking because it looks romantic.
I'm gonna go with fucking. Wow, but he's doing like the Michael Jackson.
They look like they're making out. Passion. This one literally has nipples.
The ponytail.
This
though.
one has a ponytail and nipples. This one's getting fingered in the front.
With what finger?
Sorry, handed.
That's more wristing.
This is fucking for sure.
Okay.
Okay, I love
I'm
that.
keeping that wristing.
Oh my gosh, that was nice and very easy. I think we only got like 2 or 3 of those wrong. So that was fighting or fucking. This next segment of the show we're gonna call Let's Have a Jess Talk. So, in that glove above your head, you can go ahead and take that down, that boxing glove.
Oh, it's not gonna like kill me.
No.
Okay.
There are a ton of different topics in here. You're going to pull one out, I'm going to pull one out, then we're going to go back to you. We're going to do 3 total, and we're just going to chat about whatever is on the slip of paper. Whatever our feelings are until we're done, and then we'll move on to the next one. So go ahead, reach on in there.
And I can't look.
No, I mean, they're all
Well, you
folded
can't
anyway.
really, yeah.
I don't know what the topics are. I'm not allowed to
How
know.
deep is this thing?
How deep is your glove?
How deep is your glove? How
Okay.
deep? Did I give it to you?
No, you can read it.
Okay.
I don't have the glove.
How deep is your glove? That's the BGs for you. Oh, that's how you know you got money with this production. Look, this is good paper. I can't even open it. Wait. It's all crisp.
I love how the paper is the determining factor.
She got money. What's the last lie you told?
What is the last lie that you told? Oh my gosh. I was going to be shady. The last lie that I told was that I was happy that you came to the Lowers Lounge. No, that's not true. I'm actually happy. The last lie that I told, he's going to say, I was on FaceTime with Jess. He's in the Bahamas right now. And I told him that Kara came over and I had to go, and she did not. she was like 15 minutes after that fine. I was just done being on the phone with him.
Oh, so you wanted those.
I said, oh, sorry, Kara's here. I gotta go do things. I don't do that very often, but that particular moment I was emotional, and I was like, I don't want to be on the phone anymore. You're obviously busy. There's poor connection. So, yeah, Kara's here. I gotta go.
So
Bye.
you wanted those. Oh, that's cute. All right. Well, let me go take this shoe off. I'll call you back. All right.
Yes, I am. When I'm done being on the phone, I'm done being on the phone. I think that's the last, like, white lie that I told. What's the last lie that you told?
It's really bad. Well, it's not bad. It's going to help them in the long run. I told a person, because they asked my opinion. I don't give unsolicited advice.
But if they ask.
They asked me, "Oh yeah, you think I could sell these?" They were making artwork, like little like figurine stuff, whatever, to make some extra money. I'm not trying to stop anyone's hustle. And she's like, "This is cute, right? Like this is a sale." And I had to like let her know very politely that she's not talented in that area.
And you said that she was? Yeah. Wow.
But I'm saving her from disappointment when she go put all that man hours in.
Wait, so you lied and told her that they were good, or you lied? Okay, so she thinks they're good, and she's gonna go pursue this business. Because she sent me pictures like a few days, like maybe a week before. She's like, "Oh, these are cute, right?" And I'm like, "Oh, yeah."
I gave him the little emoji, the heart thing. When you
my god!
Text.
When you can do a text, you just react, or you just put an emoji or something, and then
that's
enough.
Like, oh, and I said, "Oh, cute," and I'm just like, "The."
You're on the other end, like, what are you making?
And so she like, come over and see him. She's like, trying to help me like do a presentation for him. It's like how to, because she was very serious about boxing them up and like very serious about it, which I respected. And I'm just like, my love, fruit of my loins. It ain't it.
It ain't
it. Like I said, I wasn't rude about it whatsoever, but it was just like.
So you told her the truth.
I did, and
so you didn't lie.
She was in her feelings for like.
But you didn't lie.
Like for about 3 business days.
That's what last lie you told, not the last truth you told and disappointed somebody.
Well, no, I lied to her. That was the last lie.
You just told me that.
No, initially I told her.
Oh, then you came back.
Yeah, because when she texted me, I heard it. And I was like, "Oh, so cute."
So you had to back it up. Then in person, you said, "Okay, I can't do this."
Yeah. But then I told her why. It was like certain things.
Constructive.
Yeah, it wasn't just like your stuff is shit.
Your stuff is shitty, and no one's gonna buy it.
You'll never work in this town again.
Ever.
But no, I gave her constructive criticism. Like I said, I don't give unsolicited advice. Yeah, and now she did something completely different now, and it's like she has her Etsy going.
Is it cute?
Yeah.
See, sometimes that feedback will help you if you're not a little bitch about it.
But you know, some people are all like, "Oh, what are you talking about my talent?
Oh, yeah. I'm gonna prove you wrong.
My mother told me I had talent."
God, that's why I love watching American Idol audition videos. My mother's been telling me I'm a good singer for 20 years. Well, your mother's lying to you. Find new friends and family.
Since the C-section, she's been lying to you.
But, all right, let's pick another one. That was a good one. I was like, wait, did you lie or did you not lie? Okay, we've got most useful kitchen utensil. What do you think the most useful kitchen utensil is?
I use the spatula a lot.
I use the spatula too. I would say it depends on like the time frame of my life, because in the last like 3 to 4 years, I'm not gonna lie, the air fryer I would consider utensil. It's not an appliance technically.
You know what? I'm lying. I forgot about this. Tongs.
Oh!
I'm notoriously dropping shit down the garbage disposal, and I refuse to have a final destination moment.
You put that shit down.
I'll be right there. When something's hot on the stove, you know when you're making a pizza.
That is so.
You pull it out.
You pull the pizza out with it. That's for real. I was gonna say air fryer is not a utensil. I will go with tongs. I can go get down with tongs for sure. I'm trying to think if there's anything else. That's such a real thing. use them for everything. Even when I don't need to necessarily use them, I use them.
Yeah, if your man's disrespecting you, is getting out of order, grab him by his shit. Yeah.
With the tongs?
With the tongs. You can wash them
Get those dollar store tongs.
We get that Myers,
the Myers
cleaning solution over there.
Myers.
Clean it up after.
How do you know you're from the Midwest area without telling me you say the Myers?
The Myers.
Okay, we have agreed on tongs for multiple purposes. We got one more in there. Go ahead.
Okay. You're really serious about this.
I know. Well,
okay. Hand that to you. Oh wait, I accidentally got 2. Which celeb would you want as your BFF and why?
Which celeb would I want as my BFF?
Is this alive or dead?
We'll say alive.
Okay.
We'll make it alive.
Okay.
Who would you want that's alive as your BFF? Like, you hang out every day, talk about everything, chill together. Like I know this bitch. Like, this is my bitch.
I don't know if I want to talk to her. I don't like I love my mother. Lord knows I do. I don't think I want to talk to her every
Celebrity.
Oh, okay.
It said celebrity, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, celebrity.
Oh gosh. This is a tough one.
Who would I want? I would, for the sake of good food, never losing an argument. They have wealth and places like you can go visit all over. I'm gonna go Gordon Ramsay.
That's good.
Someone that put a bitch in his place, someone that cook you a good meal, someone that's never gonna lie to you. That bitch is gonna tell you exactly how it is, and you can travel and eat for free at all their restaurants.
Okay. You know, I'm dumb. Janet Jackson.
I was gonna say Janet, and then I was like, I know you love your mom, but
right. Janet. Davita Joe.
There you go. You could hang out with Janet, be your BFF.
And I want to know all the industry secrets. And
you would learn so much.
I want to know. I'm like, yo, Jan, like, what is it like being
Jan, see?
What is it like being the mother, the blueprint to, Beyonce, Sierra, Britney,
everyone,
to a whole generation? What's it like being auntie?
That's how you know you're Jan.
Jan,
let me ask you a question. She's coming in June.
Oh yeah, I know. The Sick is gonna sell Friday.
I know.
Yeah, June 16th.
Right in the middle of Pride.
Mm-hmm.
No shows are happening that day.
Not for me, they won't.
But that was great. That was Let's Have a Just Talk. This next segment of the show we call Le Break. So we're going to mute the audio. We're going to take a stretch, get some more water. We can chit chat if we'd like to, but we have a little thing. I'm not sure what it is yet in the fridge to keep us occupied during this time. What do we have here?
Hobby Lobby.
Okay, we got rhinestones. We've got. Oh my gosh! So we're gonna bedazzle and decorate our own wrestling belts with stickers and rhinestones, and we will come back here in just a moment after our Le Break.
It's the budget for me.
Okay, cute. Okay, so. All right, we're back from our Le Break, and we got to decorate our wrestling belts. Let me see yours, Remy D. You said this means that you got sent? What does that mean? What is it?
Scent?
Is that what you said? It's over your shoulder?
Oh, no, I said this is I gotta hold it like I got some scent.
Scent.
This is how a wrestler holds
Oh, that's how the wrestler holds it. Well, I'm wearing it like a...
You wearing it like a corset.
Like,
It's like
you're going to see this on every leotarding gown for
This
the next
bitch is
month.
cinched.
Cinched for the quads. They turned out really cute.
I
I really
yours.
like them. We're going to have to put these in the Hall of...
Horror.
Random horror. Hall of Horror. The Horse Lounge.
So what's like the junior version of that? It's like the Hall of Ho?
Hall of Slut.
Slut?
Hussy?
Not
Hussy? For our last segment, Remy D, we're going to play one final game to close out the show, and we call it Unfair Arm Wrestling. Here's what's going to happen. Let's pull out this table. We're going to get my wrestling belt off so I can beat you.
There's tables involved?
Oh, yeah. I gotta take my rings off.
What you think you about to do?
Nothing.
She said I'm gonna take my rings off.
For unfair arm wrestling, we're gonna have 3 rounds. You are a conditioned. You are a very strong individual, and I've been inspired by you to be working out. However, I'm nowhere near as strong as you. So for the first round, we're gonna arm wrestle, and whoever loses their hand.
I'm not trying to mess up my shit.
Show off them guns. Show them off, baby.
Cause your ass. Cause no, this is custom. Okay.
We're gonna arm wrestle, and the loser obviously is gonna get their hand in shaving cream. Okay. That's the first round. Now I don't anticipate winning the first round, so I'll tell you what happens as we go through each of our 3 rounds. All right.
Okay.
So round number 1, we're just gonna arm wrestle, and the loser gets their hand in the shaving.
No, I'm saying whipped cream.
Shaving cream.
Okay. What are the rules?
The rules are, you put my hand in that one, and I put in this one. I'm gonna hold on to the table. That's fine if you want. Hold on. Get ready?
Well, see, you're breaking up shit already. Okay. You ready?
I'm so fucking bad. Okay.
Don't you worry.
All right. Ready?
Yep.
Set, go.
Just let it happen.
Oh, good thing I got my cuffs on. Can I have the towel?
It's literally right.
I've heard that before.
Where is it? Oh, can I have a towel? There's cream on me.
Don't you love it when they bring it to you warm though?
Of course, it gets in between the rhinestones too. Oh, and obviously it's cheap as hell.
Use the dish thing, the sprayer.
The sprayer.
Yeah.
Okay. So obviously that was round 1. Round number 2, I get to use 2 hands on your one hand. Wow. That's unfair arm wrestling. Okay, let me get a little more juice up in here.
See, you old shady queen. Shady queen.
Same thing, but I get to use 2 hands to your one hand.
This is bullshit.
I feel like I'm still gonna lose. Ready?
Wait, no.
Ready? Set, go.
Are you even trying?
Yes, I'm
I
trying.
don't think you are.
I'm trying.
Your shit is sliding. Let it happen.
I don't want it to. I don't want to. Yes. Okay. That was
I saw
number.
that vein popping out.
I know. I just started.
It's like cartoons where they have to scratch the carpet when you do it.
Drag me out. Well, that's number 2.
Okay.
For number 3, you get to use 2 hands. I get to use 2 hands, but also Oscar's hands. So you can come here, Oscar. This is round number 3.
I feel like you're making up this shit as we're going.
It was written down. It's really planned. To be fair, I didn't think I would win round number 2, so that's why.
It started.
Between. So we're going that way. You get to use both hands. And
I think we're gonna lose.
we're just, okay, ready? It's that go.
Oh, motherfuckers!
And that, everybody, is called unfair arm wrestling. And the champion is Remy D!
Give me my shit.
Here's your shit, bitch.
With the whipped cream and all.
With the whipped cream
or
and all.
shaving cream.
Oh my gosh. Remy D, I am so appreciative that you came and joined me in the lounge. You are a champion, the OG Muscles and Mascara. I gotta know, where can people find you online and where you're consistently at shows?
Online, my Insta is Remy D _official. That is REMY D_official. I hope you know how to spell official. As well, that's the same one for TikTok. You can catch me drag shows here and there. I don't do it full time anymore. I just pop up whenever I feel like it. Wrestling wise, we are at RMP. We have a facility in Inglewood. Look at my socials. I'm always posting flyers. We do weekly shows every Tuesday night at 7 o'clock for about an hour and a half. Yeah, all kinds of stuff. My biggest thing for drag, I'm going to be opening up for Willow Pill when she goes on tour this year at the Aggie in Fort Collins, Colorado. So yeah, just hit me up. Slide into the DMs if you ever want comp tickets. I got you.
We'll put all of that information down below, and depending on when this video ends, we'll put links and references to future events where you can catch Remy D live and in charge. Overall, I've had the best time with you today. This is so nice. Loving you is easy because you're beautiful. We love you, we appreciate you, and comment down below who you would like to see enter the Lahores Lounge next. Bye!
Attention,